that way, but it never like really clicked with me. I
Yeah.
wonder, dude, fuck, I should have went to the dispensary today. I like looked at my weed and I was like, oh, you got like 4.5 grams. Like you don't need to go this weekend. So I didn't.
I
Because
mean,
if I wouldn't have been able to do a few things that I wanted to do this morning. So
most of these places, if they're doing anything, it's all concentrate based anyway. So if you're a flower user, it's not your day.
yeah, it's definitely not my day. Not
And
instance. I would maybe buy some hash, but not I wouldn't even buy oil. So
Dude, one thing I'm real stoked on right now too is my dogs Lily and Gracie have been getting along and not fighting, which is sick because that means they can be chilling in the house and not, you know,
running amok.
yeah,
Oh
not like
man.
going after each other and shit.
Speaking of running amok, I think we should run amok all over this podcast. What do you fellas say?
Whenever
yeah,
you're
I'm
ready,
down, dude.
Let's get it in 3, 2.
Yo, this is Shadowlink Vapor, and you're tuned in to the Shedtime podcast. Peace out, y'all.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is another sunshiny Shedtime day, and yo, at the time of recording, it is 7:10, not the hour of 7:10, the date 7:10, and that makes it oil day for all of those people who are out here dabbing concentrate. And I was explaining to Uncle Chris earlier how it all stems from flipping the 710 upside down and it's spelling oil. And yeah, I know for a fact that when I was working for Jeep, I actually had car 710 as a tag that was given to me at one point. So I had to take it and keep it, flip it upside down, leave it in my bay. So
Hey.
you know, hey, I was doing mostly oil changes anyway, right? So it was only fitting.
Made sense.
And if you knew, you knew. So that was a lot of fun. And I'm
And if you didn't know,
definitely
now you know.
definitely about to do some dabbing right now because I got this Wonka Bars live rosin from Nature's Heritage, and I've got to say, dude, I just love the class factor of their packaging. I mean, this like. The faux wood top is amazing. I don't know why it gets me every time a company does these faux wood tops like this, but like I love that shit. It makes me feel like it's more premium than it is. And then of course, the rosin itself is in fact rather premium. So it's got that going for it. There's the lens. It's a beautiful, beautiful complexion. And Wonka Bars is a cross of GMO and mint chocolate chips, so you know it's gonna bang.
Ooh.
Yeah, you know it's gonna bang. But James, you got to just tell the listeners about the craziness of what kind of a promotion you walked into today, because honestly, I'm a bit jelly.
Yeah, honestly, to all the Shedheads out there, you guys know my podcast recording ritual normally is I wake up a little bit early for me on the weekend and I go and take a trip down to the old dispensary, right? Just to pick up some, delectable, tasty morsels for me to consume during the podcast, because that's what we do here. That's, the kind of the idea behind this. We sesh, we talk. Anyways, this time I go down to the dispensary to go pick up my usual, re-up of concentrates as I do. And I walk in and I see this like little promotion thing on the counter, and it's got this dope like what looks like an ice chest. Shout outs to the patrons because they're actually going to be able to see this. But they had a picture of this dope like little like ice chest lunchbox looking thing with Stizzy on it, because you guys know I go to one of the Stizzy locations to pick up most of my stuff, and they had this deal where if you spent like I think it was like 150 100 and something dollars worth of money on Stizzy products, then you got this here chest, right? And inside of this said chest was what they accumulated to $300 worth of stuff that you get for $1. So because obviously they have to charge a little bit of something. They can't just give it away, but they charged $1 on top of your price is what you got. So spend $151 or whatever, and then you get this fucking package that has one of these Stizzy branded terp timers, which if you guys know how much these like actual terp timers are, this is almost like a $200, close to 200 in price, little timer that actually measures the temperature of your banger to let you know what temperature it's at, to where you can get the perfect dab to whatever your specific, liking is. You know what I mean? So you can set this to whatever time you like and whatever temperature you like, and whenever your banger gets to that temperature, it beeps. It's like, hey, it's time. Go for it. You're ready. And then you just go for it. You know
Send it.
And which is sick. I've always wanted one of these, but never really wanted to spend the money on it because I didn't really know if it was really worth it. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. I took one dab earlier before the show using this thing, and let me tell you, this thing's pretty fucking sweet. So anyways, it had one of these in there, and then it also had a nice Stizzy branded quartz banger on the inside with 4 quartz pearls and a nice little Stizzy glass jar, which I'll actually show you real quick. It had one of these guys in there with 4 terp pearls in there, nice clear quartz pearls, as well as a nice Stizzy branded spinning carb cap as well. So you get like a whole like dab banger setup with pearl and banger and cap, as well as some Stizzy branded Q-tips that have the nice little rounded end for, the initial wipe, and then getting into those nice crevices with the nice pointed end there and a nice little case, as well as some, little alcohol wipes and a little travel thing, kind of like one of those little Clorox wipe things where you kind of just like pull it out the top, close it up, and it's got a little keychain on it. But it comes in this box, which I didn't even show you the inside of this thing, guys, but it's literally got like little spots for each individual thing. So you can put your banger in the one slot, your pearls in one, your cap in the other. And of course you got the box for your terp timer there. And it comes in this nice little case. That's good to go.
Yeah, dude, that actually just like looks like a tackle box.
Yeah.
Like it looks like a tackle box for your dab.
For dabbing. It's a dabble box.
I like that, a dabble box,
dude. But the cool thing about this too is that I feel like if you got like extra foam and stuff, if you wanted to, you could turn this into like a little travel case for your rig, as well as your timer and your banger and all, because like you could put like another layer of foam in here and put some more stuff on top of all of that,
dude.
Pretty dope. But anyways, I think it's time for me to load up a dab of some stuff too. And I picked up some rosins. I'm not going to list off everything that I grabbed because obviously I picked up quite a bit. But right here, I've got some watermelon Z, which I'm guessing would be probably watermelon zittles if it was my best guess, as well as one I'm actually pretty interested in because I want to know what it might be. But it's a GMO cake. So I'm not exactly sure what kind of cake variant they went with. Is it a wedding cake?
I can't remember. I've had that before, like the bud version.
But yeah, dude, GMO anything. You guys know us here. We're GMO fans as a collective. And yeah, I had to grab some. I haven't even opened it and smelled it yet. But
garlic terps for life, yo.
Ooh, got that nice rosiny, buttery, battery complexion, looking very tasty. And then this is what we got looking for the old watermelon Z. For some reason they got this one packaged a little differently,
and of course I just want to shout out good old
Dynavap.
Dynavap is life once again. Dynavap, please check out Dynavap.
Dude, let me tell you what, guys, this watermelon Z might be the one I'm dabbing first, because as soon as I opened it, aromas just all up in my face hole. So that's going to be definitely going down, and we're going to go the old school I'm gonna use the terp timer for this one. I'm gonna see how it goes. See if I can get a nice perfect dab. What I might actually do too is I think I might try to lower. I think that's gonna be a better.
Well, now that you got the tool, what's the harm in fucking experimentation?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out the perfect distance between the banger and the timer to get, a pretty accurate reading as far as the temperature goes. It says 4 inches is the recommended, but to me, it just looks like it's so far away. But we're gonna see what happens on this next dab here. That's the one. This is the one thing I'm not used to doing though, is actually getting the dab ready and then heating and all that. Usually, I just put the dab in the thing and then heat it up and go. But we're gonna see how this goes. I'm also gonna try it out with the Stizzy Banger Pearl cap setup. Haven't used it yet. Turn this bad boy on. And you know what? I'm gonna leave it there. We're gonna do it the same way we did before, I think.
That is the one challenge I see with this particular style is you've really got to like figure out how you're going to set up your banger and everything in order to get it to properly read, because it's a fixed position on this device. And like there are some out there that are really expensive and nice that have like gooseneck ones.
One thing I might do too is give this a little preemptive wipe down too.
Well, I would guess honestly though that it's like one of those things that like there's a process to it, right? So like once you get that dialed in, and it's just like how we talk about the Dynavap, right? Like once you figure out exactly how the Dynavap works best for you, then you just keep on going forward and you have it down. So I imagine that there's going to be like some level of like, okay, this wasn't as good as last time, I will try this. And then you kind of like, manipulate your process a little bit to get it to the point where you want it, where it might be slightly different than the way that James wants it, right?
Well,
that doesn't mean that you can't get there.
That what I mean is that like the sensor on his device is in a fixed position. That's it. It's a fixed position.
Like it
can't
finding
move.
the perfect distance because I have to put my banger on my whole rig on top of things to get it above the timer. You know what I mean? So figuring out the perfect height of where I need to get my whole rig set up over it.
That's the part that I'm like, that's the little intricacy here with this one. Like there are models that have a nice gooseneck that like you can make it sit exactly where you want it because it's got this little like bendable gooseneck piece. But this isn't one of those models. So it definitely becomes an interesting challenge to figure out exactly where you're going to sit that. Like the way that my banger is designed and my rig probably would sit in a decent position pretty easily, but some people's rigs
like look at how short my rig is. It's not a very small rig. Not only that, but the banger doesn't poke out super far because of how the base is. And I've got that thing hot as shit. I know it. Oh yeah, that puppy's up there. Let that thing cool on down. I'm watching it drop as I'm sitting here. This is so sick.
Technology can be so amazing.
I got it up to about 600 degrees Fahrenheit. And I have it set to go to let me know around 400 is where I'm going to start. And honestly, I might wait until it cools down a little bit more than that before I go ahead and go for it. Because the last time I did it, it was a little hot.
Figure if that's the case, 400 might be the perfect time for you to like actually pick up the rig, grab your dabber, and then drop your dab. That's,
down to 450.
It's kind of nice.
Cools down pretty quick. That's cool.
That's the cool thing about quartz is it heats up quick and it cools down pretty quick. Almost there.
And it stays stable, which is nice.
All right, here we go. Why isn't it spinning? There we go. Had to get level.
How is that one?
It's a little on the warm side.
Sorry, I just meant the strain because it was a new one.
Tasty.
Nice.
But I still think it was a little warm.
Either that or you're just too fast between taking it away and like deciding that you're going to do it. Maybe it's like,
no, because I let it drop down to even like 380 before I picked it up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like right now.
What temperature is it now? Is that what you're waiting for?
It's still at like close to like 3 something.
See, and that's this is where, you know, finding that height might change how well it reads. So it's a learning curve. It's going to be interesting to get dialed in with
like
it.
if I put it at the base, it says it's like 300 still. So what I think I might do is what does it say there? One thing I will say though is this carb cap allows a lot of air through, which makes it hard for the pearl to spin.
It looks a lot like that one that you and I both got around the same time.
Yeah.
One of these guys.
But I have multiple spinning caps too, and this one's got like a weird shape going on one of the holes. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. Probably not. See how that one's like super huge?
Mm.
Very weird.
Maybe that's supposed to like really create that airflow in there to make shit spin or something.
When I put this cap on.
Or maybe that's why they were able to just basically give it away.
Yeah, I gotta say my original cap that I like. This one always works so much better.
It's like, well, you know what? We're gonna throw these in this crazy deal because it was a clear fuck up on our behalf.
Yeah. Little blemishes. We'll sell these blems this way.
But nobody can complain because we're selling the entire fucking contents of this box and this box for $1 when everything in this box should be more than $1. Like even those Q-tips should be more than $1.
Dude.
Yeah.
Like I've used those pointed Q-tips, not Stizzy brand specifically, obviously, but fantastic, especially for like a banger like this one, because I have this beveled edge, and so like that point allows you to get inside that bevel so easily and get every last little bit. And then of course I use the dark crystal glass cleaner in my bangers when I get a little aggressive. That way I can keep those extra clean, because that stuff's crazy. Like while the banger's still warm, put a few drops on the end of the Q-tip and you can literally watch it like bubble off the burnt on oil that's inside your banger. It's pretty amazing stuff.
See, that's why I've gotten so like used to just like going in while it's still hot with the dry Q-tip and just getting up whatever oil's still sitting in it before it has a chance to like cake up on there, and then go right in with the little Q-tip with a little tiny bit of some ISO just to get whatever's left over. Bada bing, bada boom. This thing already looks fucking brand new before even doing the little heat to get any residuals.
That's amazing. In other weird promotional things, can we talk about this for a second? So obviously I work in the weed industry, and one of the weed companies that we do business with brought this in as a promotional item. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, hey, so it's supposed to be like a light, right? Like you plug it into your USB, maybe it lights your keyboard up or whatever. No. This is a laser dot matrix.
What?
What is that? Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
So, like, at Christmas time, some people will put these little, like, laser light things out in their yard, and it's just, like, a whole bunch of, like, dots of lasers, and they'll just, like, rotate in circles.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what this is.
So you plug it in and it just shoots lasers at like the wall and like creates like.
And then as you spin this knurled cap up top, it'll change the pattern.
That's crazy.
Okay, now I'm just curious, right? Like, do I think that that's cool? Yeah, I think that's cool. But like, what am I using it for? Is it just like, yo, we're gonna give you this because our shit's gonna get you so high that you're gonna play with this for hours against the wall? Because like that is an angle. I will give them that.
I mean, honestly, my first situation was disappointment because I was like, I picked it up like, yo, this is gonna be like a little mini desk light. That's gonna be dope. That's gonna be super convenient sometimes. And when I ever plugged it in to try it out and found out that it was like these little red dots, like just a square of red dots, I was like, this is thoroughly disappointing. What is this useful for? Absolutely nothing.
Just to look at while you're down.
Oh my God. I mean, it is one of the more ridiculous promotional items I have seen given away. Like, a lot of companies are like, here's a t-shirt, here's a lanyard, you know? This is some odd promotional items. Oh my God.
By the way, shout outs to the bud tender that helped me out today too. 'Cause he's like, I was like, man, so how much do I gotta spend to get that thing? He's like, oh, bro. He's like, got his calculator out. He's like, well, if you grab this, and that, you good, bro. I was like, well, shit, let's do that, and this, and let's make it happen. Shout out to you if you end up listening to the podcast too, bro. Appreciate you.
It's straight killing it. It hurts my soul that we can't do something like that. Like that. The Massachusetts is so strict. We tried to give away flowers on Mother's Day, and they had a problem with it. Like, here's a carnation.
Physical flowers.
Yeah, like, here's a carnation.
Like
give it to your mom. Give it to your kid's mother. Whatever. Nope. They had a problem with that. It was like, wow. So I mean, that's the kind of strictness.
Next thing you won't be able to give out like cards, like business cards for the shop. It's like, sorry, no, you can't give out that card that says like the company's name and contact
it's like,
information.
You can only do that if the person you're giving it to can guarantee you that there's only going to be around 80% adults over the age of 21. Like what? What?
You know what though? Like, this is like my one. Like, I don't know if it's like a thought or if it's like a concern or if it's like being optimistic. I'm not really sure, but like, I really would like to think as time goes by and everybody gets like more normal with legal cannabis and it's like legal in more places. So like even up here, right? Like it's legal everywhere, but I just want it to be a time where they don't let you go wild, but things just like relax a little bit more in some aspects. So like even up here, right, when it first became legal, the only thing that was legal was like flour. But like now you can get concentrates, you can get cardos, but like it'll be like almost 3 years, right? So maybe it's been 3 years. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It's been a minute. But now you see more and more things, and they're like more and more things are available. So I just really hope for like somewhere like Massachusetts or, you know, other places that I'm not saying that they need to just like get super chill on it, obviously, but just like there starts to be a touch of gray area as opposed to everything being so black and white. You know
well, I mean, like, there are just like weird situations that I would love to see like relaxed. Like the buying limits for people because excuse me, they don't fully make any sense in this state because it's an ounce of flour or 500 milligrams of edibles or 5 grams of concentrate or some variation of that. So the issue here is that if a person buys an ounce of flour, they're cut off from anything else for the day.
For the day or for that drive?
For that day.
Like at that store?
Yes.
So like if you wanted to, you could buy an ounce somewhere and then go to another dispensary?
I can't.
Is that okay? Like not on your person though? Like
technically no. Technically no.
Yeah.
Really?
Technically no.
Because like if you're not drunk, you can buy as much beer as you want.
I agree. And that's the thing. Like it's ridiculous because again, technically no. Like that's why it's like I can't condone the behavior, so I'm just gonna say technically no. There's no like network system with your identification involved that can tell that you've made multiple purchases, but technically no. If let's say
if you were followed by the police,
yeah, if a police officer was aware that you bought an ounce in one location, maybe you're an idiot, you have to like, yeah, I got an ounce, now let's go over here, and this police officer watched you again make a purchase in another location, you would be in fact in violation of the law.
Dude, you want to know what's funny? It's
hopefully
really
that law goes away.
Totally kind of off topic, but kind of on topic as well, because we're just talking about the amount that you're buying. Like, I was at the shop and like, of course, like I had to get a certain amount to get all this, all the goodies that came in that box. And so I ended up picking up like 5, different grams of some concentrate to equal all the amount that I needed. And he's like, all right, man. He's like, nope, you good, man. You good, right? I was like, oh, hold on, man. I started looking through the case. He's like, well, shit. He's like, you got a pretty good amount here, man. I was like, oh, but honestly, man, I go pretty hard. It's like to be honest, the most of that's probably gonna be gone by the time I come next week. He's like, so you might need a little selection then. I was like, yeah, dude. And so I started looking a little bit more, and I was like, you know what? Because he called me out on it, made me self-conscious. I was like, you know what? I'm good. Like, I'm good with that. I don't need any more. But yeah, I just thought that was funny.
Dude, but like that's the crazy thing, right?
I felt like he called me out on the amount that I was getting. He's like, dang. He's like, you got quite a bit here.
Like, no, I don't.
I almost wanted to look at him and be like, bro, you don't know me.
You don't know how much I dab.
Yeah, you don't know me, bro. But I also didn't want to be the guy like, yeah, oh yeah, dude, fuck, this is nothing. Because I know I do obscene amounts. It's not necessarily a cool. The amount that I do, I just do it because that's me.
Sometimes you just want to throw a glob.
Honestly, that's what I started I forgot who I was talking to, but I started telling people I don't take dabs. I throw globs. You know what I mean? Because like, there's not one that I do that's like, it's not a little dab will do you. Like I say, it's not me.
It's a bigger dab will do you.
It's I don't know.
Yeah, he's no longer Ted Scheim, ladies and gentlemen. He's Ben Globin.
Oh, dude. Ben Globin for sure. Dude, that's a fucking great fucking name, bro. That is fucking great.
It's an alias for an alias right there.
Dude, I've got so many AKAs now, bro.
Oh, my God.
James Shanklin, a.k.a. Ted Scheim, a.k.a. Ben Globin.
Oh, man. Yep. Ben Globin, the Dab Goblin.
Oh, boom, bro. Oh, that's my new shit, Sean. Thank you for that.
Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I feel like that's one of my best nicknames I've ever received in my life.
That sounds like a NFT project,
bro. For real, dude.
Like no joke.
Ben
Dab Goblin, even just Dab Goblin.
Oh my God. Ben Globin's just
dude,
one of the character arts.
I need some artwork of Ben Globin the Dab Goblin, bro. I need that in my life. I need t-shirts. I need hats.
Oh my god.
need-
DC Rackley, if you're ever listening to this, I think you
Anybody
could do it, bro.
out there, even if you just hand draw this shit, I don't care.
Dude, I don't know. DC does like 3D artwork.
Jacoby,
like,
if you're out there
pro.
too, I know you be dabbling a
Bruh.
little bit. DC,
Oh no, actually that's true. Yeah.
AJ Holland, if you're listening.
Yep. That was just a brilliant one right there. And
Bro,
that's why I'm in marketing, gentlemen.
I'm gonna
because-
start introducing myself all the time now. It's like, oh yeah, I'm Frame Shanklin, aka Ted Scheim, aka Ben Globin, the Dab Goblin. Bro, I feel
Dude,
so.
if you
I
ever
feel
met anybody and
dude,
said
I
that,
feel
like,
so
and their
hard.
jaw didn't fucking
Dude,
drop.
I feel so cool saying that right now, guys. You have no idea.
I
I
love
feel
it.
so cool.
Oh my
Dude,
god.
I'll just say this though: if I was ever anywhere and you introduced yourself as what you just said, I would fucking laugh. I would probably like do every a knee slapper, dude.
Oh my god, I'm
It'd be
cheesing
like that
so hard.
Bob and Patrick
bro.
like knee slap gift that you can do.
Dude, that's
Which,
the
by
best
way, I
thing
love that
ever.
gift. It's fucking
Oh
awesome.
my god. Like what's crazy is in my head, I'm hearing it in like a hip hop scenario, like
Oh, yeah.
on a beat, like, yeah, I'm Frank Shanklin, aka.
Ted. Like, dude,
oh my God.
I'll just be on my Method Man shit, you know, when he's throwing out like his AKAs and shit, you know what I mean?
Oh my god.
Dude, that would fucking just crack me
Bro,
up.
that's
though.
so sick.
Oh my god. That shit.
Today's been a good day,
$1 million.
gentlemen.
Yes. Already.
Honestly, this whole weekend's been a great weekend because yesterday I went and spent the day with Pops. Went and caught the new Thor movie.
How'd you
and
feel
then,
about it? Obviously, no spoilers
dude,
for listeners, but
Here's
how'd
the
you feel
thing,
about
man.
it?
It's a Taika Waititi movie, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you like what he does, you're gonna like this movie. It's like one of the it's good, man. I enjoyed it for what it was. You know what I mean? If you're like a hardcore like Marvel guy, you might find some things you don't like about it. I'm sure everyone does, but at the end of the day, I enjoyed it. My dad enjoyed it.
Fuck
it was
yeah.
good. And then after went to the old Red Lobster, bro. I haven't been to Red Lobster
Oh man, I haven't been there forever.
in over 10 years, bro, probably. Because the only people in my family that enjoyed the seafood are my dad and myself. So
I like their buns, like the little biscuits
dude, the little
they got.
garlic.
Oh, the Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Oh,
Yeah, those are good for sure. Like,
I
Bro.
ate about two of them. I ate two of those things before the food even came, and then one with the food, and then we brought some home too.
Dude,
But,
I actually think the
uh,
last time I went to Red Lobster was probably like right after I got my car currently. I like went out for dinner and some friends bought it for me in celebration for like me getting the car, and I got like potato chip encrusted shrimp and like some sort of like hot sweet shrimp that was like barbecued, like grilled, and had like the sauce put on and then grilled some more, so it had like the crispiness.
Yeah.
Man. It's actually really good. That's like the only really kind of seafood that I would get there personally. But
Bro,
the
I got
biscuits
some-
are fucking
Yeah,
Oof.
with the Cheddar Bay biscuits, use them shits for biscuits and gravy.
oh dude, actually I think that I've
So
seen
good.
at a grocery store, it might have even been from Costco. You could buy like a bag, like a baggie or a huge Ziploc container of their biscuit mix, and you just have to like add water or milk
Yep.
or whatever the fuck it is.
Yep.
Um
That's usually what we'll do here. We'll buy
I
the
might
like
fucking look for
we'll buy
that.
the biscuit mix and we'll make it ourselves. Yeah, I think you have to add your own cheese too. But we also found in
That's
the
fine.
freezer section pre-made ones you could just throw in the oven.
But dude, I ended
Dude,
up getting
fresh
some
fucking biscuits.
snow crab legs, some popcorn scrimps. My dad ended up getting this like trio, so it was like a main lobster tail, salmon, and some sort of grilled shrimp. And dude, I stole a couple bites of that lobster, dude. Fire!
Made
And the
lobster.
crab
Yeah.
legs were bussin', bro. I ate that whole pound. Well, not online. I gave my dad a couple pieces. Like you got to enjoy these. You know what I mean? You got to try. You got to indulge.
Bruh.
It was fire, dude. I came home stuffed.
That's living right there. Like I don't care what people say. Like getting to just enjoy a meal with somebody that like means something to you. Like you
Dude,
hear
it
about
was
it
cool,
breaking
man.
bread. Like to break
Yeah.
bread with people who matter to you is symbolic. It's a big deal, and especially when it's something you enjoy with that person mutually,
Yeah.
like seafood between you and
We were
Pops.
both just sitting there. As soon as we sat down, I was like, we both looked at each other. And I was like, man, I've been looking forward to this all day. He's like, dude, honestly, ever since we talked about it, I was like, I've been waiting. I was like, what are you going to get? He's like, I don't know. What are you going to get? I was like, I don't know. And it was like, we sat there, we looked at the menu for a little bit. We both like contemplated a couple different things. And we're like, oh man, well, I'm just going to get this and that. And he's like, all right, well, I'm going to get this. And then we're like, it's like, well, if you want some, you can have some of mine. He's like, all right, well, if you want a couple bites, you can have a couple. All right. Grab a brew. Fucking goddamn, dude, it was fun, man. It was a good day. Came home, chilled with my mom, dogs for a little bit. It was good. It was a good day. The only unfortunate thing is shout outs to my sister because she's not feeling too hot right now. Not 100%. She doesn't know she got COVID. Not 100% sure, but she's not feeling too hot. And I was pretty bummed because I would have liked for her to have come out to the movie and dinner and stuff. But yeah, hope you're feeling better, sis.
Ouch, no bueno. I've been doing the old housework, rescreening some windows and stuff, making that stuff look good again. Bought a new couple of plants because I have a customer that comes in all the time who has a farm stand. And so I was like, I got to go and show some support to the farm stand. Went down to the farm stand, bought some fruit and everything from the farm stand, and found this like huge basket of petunias because it's true. Apparently, as you get older, this is shit you get into. But yeah, like I found this giant basket of petunias. They were banging. We were like, "Yep, that's coming home with us." So now we have this giant basket of petunias hanging out on the back porch. We're like, "Wow, look at us." We bought more indoor plants because that's what we do now too. Because my wife and I are turning into old people.
Hey man, there ain't nothing wrong with enjoying the
I love it.
It's starting to enjoy the little things, bro. Like that's kind of how I look at it.
Old people, bro. I see that as comfortable.
Yeah,
you guys are starting. You're
enjoying, more natural things instead of the superficial things. You know what I'm saying? You're enjoying like life. Like your fish and your fish tanks, and the plants in the house. You're just enjoying nature and just life.
I just want to say that for anybody that can't see it, which is most people that listen,
I'm so excited, bro.
Is looking fucking super dope.
Dude, they came out so sick, and it's not even close to being done.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait till I see all the plants. So, are you gonna put plants in there before fish, or are you gonna put them all in within like the same weekend? Like,
the plants come first, of course. I got to get the plants established a little bit. I got to give a big shout out to my wife though, because she actually helped me do the wood hardscaping for this. Which was pretty cool because she was able to be an extra set of eyes and an extra,
kind of stand back as you're setting things in and be like, oh yeah, maybe this will, kind of help you angle things right.
Give me other ideas too. And it was kind of cool because like we did come up with, some woodscape that you could see in the background here that like really does fit what we're looking for.
The part like right by your head, how that branch comes down, it's got like the little like tunnel underneath. This is going to be like sick, seeing like the little school kind of like traveling in and out of that,
and all the plants that are going to be in there and how it goes, the fucking rock and shit. It's going to fucking look so cool.
Yeah, like it's like, kind of hard. It's kind of hard to see in the shot, but the one over my shoulder here has multiple terraces, so like there's several layers of rock and dirt to plant with, so that way like
there's not a light on in there right now, is there?
Yeah, that's the light that's in there right now. It seems a lot darker because of the way that the camera compensates, because I'm like heavily lit right here in front.
Okay.
But yeah, that is what it is with its lights. It's not heavy lighting. That's the point. I run low tech, so no CO2. It's just very thick substrate layers with good planting substrates in there, and long photo periods. We're talking 12-hour.
Yeah.
And I get what I need out of it. It's been working really well in all of my other tanks since I started using these techniques. And so I'm, it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
And
if it works for
actually,
you.
this is a culmination of techniques I've learned throughout all of it. So this should be, in theory, my most successful growing I've ever had. So I'm kind of excited to see how that all turns out, because if it turns out like it should, the plants are going to go nuts. And I've already got about half of them already here because they're coming out of other tanks. So that's the thing. I'm getting all these little pieces in motion now, and that'll be planted in another few weeks maybe. And then it'll be time to get the first round of fish.
Nice. It's gonna be fucking sweet.
It's exciting. It's very exciting. And my flooring is coming at some point, and that's also exciting. Never been so excited for a house project, but I'm like, yeah, let's do some flooring. Woo! Oh, man.
Yeah, but okay, this is like one of those things that for me, this is like how my brain works. Is when I know that I have tasks, like I want them to come, and I'm excited for them to come, even though it is work, but it also means that I can check that off my part of my brain where you're like, you're good, homie. Like, don't ever fucking worry about that again. On to the next thing. So like but it still feels good to accomplish that, especially if you've like put thought into like when it can happen and all these other things.
Well, and it's dope too, right? Because like it's that new life scenario almost, right? Like it gives the space new life, and it makes it feel like it's something brand new. You got brand new floors on your in your room. It's like, oh yeah, hey, wow, this is nice. This is nice. Who doesn't want to feel like this is nice?
I agree.
I mean,
who doesn't like that? And if you don't, I'm sorry that you can't experience that, because it's a wonderful feeling.
For sure. It's like that feeling you get when you give people things just for the sake of like, here, you'll enjoy this. Have it.
It's like, I enjoy this, but here, I think you'll enjoy this too.
Even if you don't enjoy it, even if it's just like, here, like, I know you'll enjoy it. Like, this isn't for me, but it's totally for you. Here you go. Like, that's like one of those nice feelings. It's that mental health moment that sometimes I think we're all craving, right? Just do something nice for somebody just because. It's crazy what it does for your physical being. It's awesome. I like it. Just did that recently. I was like, you know what? Like, in my industry, they give us samples. If I don't want it, I just started giving it to like my coworkers. Like, here. I'm like, this feels good. Gifting to the homies. Do something nice for somebody. That's the moral of this point.
Yeah, I'm for that too. Like one of the one things, like I hear people that do it, and like I've never done it, and I actually wouldn't want to do it. But like I'm all for doing nice things for people. Is like the whole drive-through thing. I've just like never felt comfortable being like, yo, I'll fucking pay for whatever they just ordered, because like I don't need to know what they ordered, and it's like I feel like I don't know. I don't really.
So like you don't
weird,
know
man.
what they ordered. It's just like, how much is the order behind me? Oh, it's $7.50. All right, here, keep the change.
Dude, watch it be like the time that I actually just commit to doing something like that, and it's like somebody in a truck and they're ordering like $60 worth of food.
Yeah, right. An entire fucking team.
I'm pretty sure though the employees be like, yo,
it's a
just let you
fucking
know
bus.
it was fucking $60. Like,
Yeah, it's like a
I don't know if
fucking. You got like an RV behind you with like an entire family and their friends.
Yeah, because I always just go through and get a coffee, right?
Yeah.
So like I always pay like a couple bucks. So like, it's not like it would kill me to fucking pay a couple dollars for somebody else. But yeah, I don't want to be like buying somebody that's getting like 2, 3 sandwiches and it's like,
But
here,
it's
lunch is
nice.
on me, I guess.
But it's
Sure, it's
nice.
nice, but I mean, it's
You
also
know?
nice just to buy somebody that's $5.
Yeah, and honestly, not only does it make you feel good, but it also brightens someone else's day, and it might, encourage them to do it for somebody else at some point.
I mean, I'll tell you what, somebody did that for me once because I got hit in the drive-through. And the person in front of me watched me just like, you know what? No harm, no foul. Go on with your day. And so they ended up buying my order for me. And I was like, yo, that's cool. I appreciate that. That was a moment I needed it because I was like literally stopping at the coffee place to grab a coffee and a sandwich right before work. I was 5 minutes from work and I got hit in the drive-thru, and I was like, the person who hit me was an elderly man. I was like, as much as I want to punch the person who did this in the mouth, it's an elderly man. I'm not going to punch an old man. Like, look, dude, my car's fine. Just go on with your day. Like,
I had a situation one time where no one necessarily paid for my meal, but I was on a trip from LA to Santa Cruz. And to get to LA, I took the metro from San Bernardino to Grand Central Station in LA to hop on, or I don't, is it Grand Central? I don't know, whatever fucking bus station or train station's right there. Hop on a bus, right? As soon as I get on the bus, I realize I don't have my fucking wallet, dude. I can't find my fucking wallet. It's got all my fucking money in it. It's got my ID in it. It's got my credit card in it, my fucking ATM debit card, all my shit's in my fucking wallet, dude. So I'm literally sitting on this bus getting ready to head up to San Jose with no fucking money, bro. Nothing. And I'm in LA, so it's not like someone can just come pick me up and be like, oh, it is what it is, because someone has to drive 2.5 hours to LA to come get me, and no one's available at the time because it's like super fucking early in the morning. My dad's already at work. Mom ain't got a fucking car at the time. So I'm like fucking stuck on this bus headed up to San Jose with fucking no money and shit. Dude, I was fucking panicking. I was on the phone with my mom trying to get on the phone with the bank to see if I can come pick up a temporary card when I get to San Jose, or figure out how I could fucking access some money. So I can end up coming home after the fucking trip, or at least be able to survive while I'm up there. And then lady next to me must have overheard me on the phone or something. And I'm just sitting there, kind of just got my head in my hands, shit, man. I'm just stressing, just freaking out. And she just taps me on the shoulder and she's like, here, take this. And she just hands me $10-15. She's like, that way you can at least get yourself something to eat and something to drink. She's like, that, I know it's not much, but at least, it's a little something to, help you until you can figure things out. Dude, that shit turned my fucking mood and just my whole morale around so quick.
Yeah,
and dude, honestly, man, I was just it honestly made me all of a sudden have faith in humanity again. It's man, there are good people out there, man.
On people again.
Yeah.
You're oh man, people are great.
Yeah. And I was shout out. I know she's probably never going to listen to this or whatever, but shout outs to you. Still alive. I appreciate the she was probably not much older than I was, bro, which was the crazy thing. We were she was just sitting next to me on the bus and just must have heard me talking on the phone or whatever, or could just see I was going through it, and hook the brother up, and it was cool, man. And eventually I got things figured out once I got up there, whatever. But dude, I was fucking freaking out, dude.
Nobody wants to lose the wallet.
Well, dude, it's just a random act of kindness from somebody, like Chris was doing, paying it forward, buying somebody's, coffee or whatever, who's behind him in the drive-through. Those little random acts of kindness can make a really, really big impact on somebody, depending on their situation. You know what I mean? It might be just the smallest thing, like Chris said for him, hey man, a couple bucks, what's a couple bucks to me, could mean the world to somebody else. You know what I mean? Or just that little, not even so much the amount, it just the fact that, you know, someone,
gesture alone.
yeah, just a gesture alone can do so much for somebody's state of mind, you know, their, you know, just their mindset at the time, just, you know, kind of, you might just help brighten up their day even more to, you know, maybe encourage them to do that for somebody else, or, you know, whatever it could be, you know, just that one little thing. If more people, I felt, you know, just took the time to, you know, do like one thing a day, one just randomly nice thing for just anybody a day. You know what I mean? If everybody would do that, dude, think about how cool, you know, things could be, or like how much better things could be. But a lot of times people just, instead of taking that 1 second to, you know, open a door for somebody, or, you know, whatever, like buy somebody's coffee, or, you know, help somebody up that may have like fallen over, or, you know, see somebody struggling with something, like, hey, here, let me help you real quick. You know, it may take 1 or 2 minutes out of your day to do it, but what's that 1 or 2 minutes? You know what I mean? And that could, 1 or 2 minutes could mean, you know, the world to somebody, you know?
Totally.
Crazy.
And it, let's be honest, right? This is a reminder to ourselves as much as to everybody listening.
Because as I'm saying it, it's
You
like,
know?
yeah, it reminds me that, you know, I need to take, you know, an extra 1 or 2 minutes a day to just, you know, do something nice for somebody other than myself. You know what I mean? It's, life's not all about me. You know what I mean? It's about the people around me. You know what I mean? Because honestly, I can't, like, the feeling I get from helping others or doing something nice for others is something that I don't really get from anything else. You know what I mean? It's like that one feeling is only associated with doing that. You know what I mean? And there's so much that I get from that feeling. You know what I mean? It makes me feel, you know, happy that I have made someone else happy. It makes me, you know, just think, you know, hey, I did that for somebody, you know, I would want somebody to do that for me, sort of thing. You know what I mean? It's just kind of putting good things out there, which hopefully in return would, not saying I expect them to happen, but, you know, I feel like if I put more good out there, more good's going to come my way than bad. You know what I mean? Compared to if I put a bunch of just bad shit out there, a lot of bad shit's probably going to come my way. You know what I mean?
Well,
and,
dude, if you're going into every situation negatively, pretty sure that like 95 to 99% of shit is not going to go that good for you. But if you're putting out a positive energy everywhere you go, regardless of you're buying things for people or doing whatever, right? Like, I think that's what we're all agreeing upon.
Yeah.
It's just like you put out that positive spirit, kindness, whatever.
Yeah.
You're going to have a fucking better time.
Yeah. And it doesn't even
received a lot differently than if you're just like going out all fucking toxic.
It's just even like a smile and a hello sometimes could make a difference to somebody. You know what I mean? Somebody might have gone through their entire day and no one's acknowledged them at all. No one smiled at them, nothing. They just get, you know, blank stares, or, you know, just people looking right past them. And you just take 2 seconds to, you know, kind of not necessarily lock eyes, but look at them and just be like, hey, how's it going? Or good evening, good afternoon, whatever. Just kind of give them that nod and just kind of go. Like, I get that from time to time when I've gone through a day and I might be going through like a mood, or just gone through a point where I haven't talking to anybody really that day. And I just have somebody come by like, hey, how's it going? I hope you're having a good day, sort of thing, or like good day or whatever. And just that little thing right there helps boost the serotonin. You know what I mean? It puts a smile on your face. And you don't get that as much anymore. Everybody just kind of blinders on, you know?
Yeah, man.
I tend to do it, man. When I see people and I could see that we're like either locked eyes or whatever. It's like, hey, how's it going? You know, I don't just like, you know, look away and just like act like I didn't see them. You know what I mean? That's why.
Because I got shit to do and I ain't trying to have that conversation, homie.
And I get that. Not saying that you have to stop to necessarily have a conversation with everybody you see, but hey, how's it going? Or, you know, good evening or whatever. You know, sometimes I could help somebody.
Oh shit, like you remember those movies from like the late 80s and early 90s? There's always that character who like everybody knew him in the neighborhood. He was the guy that always walked around, hey Suzanne, hey Jim, hey, how the kids? You know, you notice everybody loved that guy. Nobody ever disliked that guy.
Yeah, because
you know what?
Friendly.
There's probably people out there though. They're like, yo, this.
Oh fuck! Here comes Jim. God damn it.
He's fucking too much. Like I won't be surprised if there ends up being like a fucking serial killer on the street that it's him. Like there is people that would think that. I'm not one of those
That's
people.
just paranoia, Chris.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
That's
right?
what that is, bro.
Some people are like they're too nice, right? Like I've literally heard people say that before. They'll be like, no, they're too nice. Like they need to have like something else going on. Like I find them creepy because they're so nice. It's like, do you understand what you're saying? Makes no sense to a person like me. Like I don't understand what you're saying. Somebody's nice. I'm like, yo, that's fucking dope. Cool. I enjoy spending time with this person because they're friendly and nice.
Exactly. Until they do something weird in front of me, I'll kick it with Jim.
Until I go and like,
you know
see
what I mean?
Like a bunch of like, dead rabbits that they just like killed by the forest edge. And left there. Like
if he's got a bunch of voodoo dolls in some sort of shrine in his closet, I might think twice about hanging with them. But until I see the closet, hey, what up, Jim? You want to go grab a beer?
Come on over to the garage.
Yeah, man. Let's sesh out. Leave the dolls at home.
I mean, if you get him stoned enough, he'll forget all about them voodoo ways, and you'll be all set. Or maybe he'll teach you.
What, voodoo?
Yeah. I want to learn voodoo.
I don't know if I want to learn it, but like
I would be interested in learning about it, not necessarily learning how to do it, but
I have like very little drive to do that, but
I'm open-minded in that aspect. I'm interested in know maybe his experience. I don't want to have my own experience, but I mean, like to know about yours.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, everybody gives the voodoo this whole like negative connotation from curses and stuff, but
maybe it ain't that bad.
Maybe there's a lot of positive voodoo stuff you can do.
That's what I'm saying. I'll learn about it, and then maybe after I learn about it, we'll see. But until then,
I'm down to learn some voodoo shit. Like, you gonna teach me how to like float and stuff? Let's go.
Dude, can we talk about these things that we've all been vaping on though?
It's been a long time since the three of us could match a setup.
Bro, dude, mine don't look as nice as your guys's, but it looks pretty cool.
I don't know. Yours got that custom coating. So
yeah, I got that old dang a spotty combo. So Sean recently got to join the old Bonispotty club. Shout outs to Johnny Clouds, aka John from the Bruilluminati podcast, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
So dude, how are you liking this thing? Because obviously Chris and I have had ours since like the initial
when they first released,
like 2018.
Yeah, we've had these things for quite some time, and I know you've always kind of wanted one, but at the time, just weren't able to jump on the train just because for other reasons. But how are you enjoying the experience so far, dude?
It's lived up to all the hype. I mean, literally, it's lived up to everything I expected it to be.
What I love about it too, like I kind of realized it when I was cleaning it the other day, it's kind of a love-hate thing, but it's also kind of cool, is it kind of mixes a little bit of new school with old school. You know what I mean? Because you got the old school hybrid disc situation where you got to screw your disc down to the bottom of your Addy and then screw it down sort of thing. Kind of reminds me of the old rig mod stuff like the V2 and, that sort of thing. But it's also got the super dope, innovative, hard-hitting clutch system in the button, which obviously we all enjoy, is why we love this mod. And I think part of the reason why it rips so hard because of the contact area that's being made. Dude, one thing I forgot about this, and I don't know if this one thing that you noticed off the bat is how short the throw is.
Dude, this is festival. I love that about this thing. Yeah, there's like no throw in the switch.
I forget every time I use it because like I polished it up last night because I was like, you know what? I want to get mine all nice and ready so I can, vape it on the potty with good old Sean and see if I can inspire Chris to do his as well. And obviously it worked. And dude, the first thing I noticed once I put a battery in it and screwed the Addy down on it and went to fire, I was like, oh yeah, that's a short throw, dude. And it's like a smooth, like kind of spongy sort of throw. You know what I mean? Like it's different than most like spring loaded or magnetic switches because of how it works with the little O-ring around the clutches, to where it kind of gives it a different feel almost.
It's just a beautiful looking, clean tube. You know what
Dumping
I mean?
the hand.
Right. But like that's the thing I've always liked about it is that it's clean. It's
Oh,
it's
it's clean, for
smooth.
sure.
You know what I mean? Like I like that, they kept these little flames on the switch. That was it. So that way, that was your only little bit of embellishment on it. It's a good looking tube mech, and it performs like a goddamn legend.
Dude, I love the switch, like how it's got like the flaming head.
Yes.
Like I know that not everyone's was like the exact same, but like mine has like
Yeah, yours is real dark, dude.
Yeah, mine's not nearly as dark.
Mine's
either.
real light and kind of smoky.
there you go.
Yeah, dude, yours is like black.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking dope. It's dope.
I feel like mine probably was at one point, but I've just used the shit out of it so much that I probably just worn it off with my finger.
I feel like
over
it's on
time.
the inside though, on mine. Maybe that's the difference. Maybe
Yeah,
at some
mine's
point
on-
they switched it.
Mine looks like it was on the outside because you could see certain spots where it was a little darker, like in the corners and stuff. But
I don't know. Maybe
Pardon
they
me?
like did different batches. I can't remember. Mine's like a fairly high serial number, or maybe it's like a mid. I can't remember actually.
dude, part of me wants to make like a mold of this and like make some custom buttons.
Yeah, you could, dude. You could do like broadsides. They had like the resin ones. It's
Yeah,
like a similar
just
idea.
do like a little poured resin button. That'd be
Mhm.
sick.
Yo, Foot Clan Dan.
Dude.
Homie? Where you at?
Dude, Dan, if you're listening to this, bro, I might send you this button to make a little mold ski and make a couple little buttons, bro. If you're down, hit me up.
Dude,
Because I
imagine
know
getting
3
it
dudes
matched-
right here that would want some.
Imagine getting it matched to like your favorite DHD
Dude,
dirt
well,
chip.
get some
Yeah,
to
neon
match the
lights.
old scheme, bro. The old,
Yeah.
I can get a couple
Dude, I
different
have neon
ones.
lights on mine too. So like if we got neon lights, I'd have like the neon light button, and it'd be like that actually look fucking.
Well, here's the thing. Here's my next question for both you and Sean. Are you guys ever planning on getting yours coated? I know Sean
Yep.
probably yes. Chris, what about you? Because I know you've had
Yeah.
yours bare for a long time, and I know you enjoy a nice copper mod from time to time.
Yeah, I won't. Like, here's the thing, right? Do I love Ashton's work? Hell fucking yeah. I got a lot of tubes that have it, and I do like them. Don't get me wrong. But there are some things that I just think look perfect. That's the only word that I can think of. Like, it's exactly what I would want them to look like, that aren't coated. And I think that this is one of those mods that like, do I think yours looks killer? Hell yeah. And if it was mine, I would be happy with it.
Yeah.
But
But
the
I get what
facts
you're
are,
saying
it's
though.
like,
But you you really
this.
enjoy the way it looks copper.
Like,
And here's the thing. I didn't mind the way it looked copper either. I thought it looked sick too. But you also know how I am about bare mods. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like this,
And that
it
I
did
also
take me a
know
bit of time
you-
to get it clean though.
Yeah, I also know that you don't mind, every now and then having to polish something up when you want it to look real nice or rocking it patinaed. You know what I mean? That's
If you just give
your
it like
vibe.
the initial wipe down.
Yeah, so it
then you
doesn't-
don't get like
yeah.
that weird feeling on it. But yeah, no, it's not that hard of a tube to really
No, it's super easy to
polish.
clean, dude.
So it's like, but there are some mods that I have that like I'm glad that I never got them coated, and like I probably could have, because I've definitely got Ashton to coat a bunch of my shit for me. But yeah, I just like vibe with it. I don't know. I so for me personally, this specific mod, nah. I might end up getting him to do like other mods down the road, just because why fuck not?
All right, second part of the question for Sean then. Have you thought of a color scheme yet?
Yeah and no.
Dude, I was waiting for some juiciness right here. Some gold.
I know this. I want a matte finish, because a lot of mine have had the more polished look, and so I really want the matte finish.
It's got that velvetiness too.
Yeah.
And I like how it feels in the hand.
And then I start thinking about it, and I start thinking about like, all right, well, he's got that burgundy, right?
Mm.
That might be dope. He's got some greens. That would be dope. He's got some blues. That would be dope.
You know what
So
you
it's
should
like-
do, bro? Is you should just go on the Prismatic site and just scope some shit. Because, dude, that's how I've kind of found some dope colors. And come to find out, he's like, oh yeah, I have a little bit of that.
Mhm.
Let's get it.
Yeah, so like that's where I'm at. I know that it's gonna be matte because I really do want a matte finish on one of my pieces.
Are
I
you
think
thinking
that
like a one color, two color?
so. I mean, I think we inlay just the flames, right? Um, and that's the thing. I don't know what to accent with yet. It would depend on what the base color is, you know.
Well, Ashton's got so many fucking colors, so I actually still really want to get like a real matte fucking gray. And maybe some like pink and teal highlights, or even just like matte gray and like teal.
Yeah, I have
That
a
would be
couple
fucking
things I've
dope.
been wanting to get coated. I just haven't put them in a box and sent them yet.
I gotta send the Saint too because I need the Saint coated. After seeing how
Yeah, I mean,
dope the Saint looks for Uncle Chris, I'm like, I need my own version because it looks so good. And that's
yeah,
another
I'm
one of
definitely
those
gonna
like I
say
know I
that
want the
like
black body. I
I'm
just don't know
very
how to
happy.
I just don't know how to fill the engraving on it. That's my only thing. Like I don't know what to do with that.
Yeah, that's simple. You'll eventually it'll just come to you, it'll pop to you.
Dude, I've always thought about doing something with like some like bright green and yellows, like black, green, and yellow, and just like having this fucking splatter action on it and seeing how that looked.
It's got that Rick and Morty portal vibe going on when I think
Ooh, throw
about
a little
green and
blue in there
yellows and
with a
stuff,
little
you know?
blue.
A little bit of whites
Ooh.
even. Yeah. And then make it glow.
Oh
Because
yeah,
he
it
can
has
do
to.
that.
It has to.
So you might as well make it glow when you're using those colors. It's amazing. Like I love seeing all the crazy different applications that the skills he has are being put to now. Like between the signs, the different car parts, the like the side by side, like it's mind blowing.
Dude,
It's
I want to just send him something, have him just do it like all day glow shit, like total 90s, like super bright, like yellows, oranges, greens, you know,
all the
teals, like
neon.
all the neon pinks. That'd be sick. But none of the like the dark, no black or anything, just like all the bright shit and just see like how it looks.
Make it loud as fuck.
Yeah, dude, that should be crazy.
Dude. Louder than the Tenacious Unicorn loud.
Yeah, yeah.
And that fucker got loud. Shout out to Matt Sinister for winning it.
Yeah, for real.
I'm gonna call it the Shedtime unicorn.
Oh my god. Yo, that was
You know what? I need another
was a cool
dab.
endeavor. And I agree. Great minds think alike. Because it's that time. It's that day.
Oh, let's do some of this the GMO cake.
Yes. I think that's a great idea. I think I'm gonna go into my normal warm start though for this one.
I'm gonna try this one a little bit cooler than the last one, I think.
Maybe have a prompt around 375 this time or something.
Yeah, and I'm gonna lower the thing down a little bit and see what happens.
I think that I'm going to try a different strain right now.
Oh yeah,
Not
did
sure
you
what-
end up going to the dispensary today, Chris?
No, I like looked at my stock and I was like, you don't really need to go. And if you go, you're just gonna buy a bunch. So like just wait till next weekend. It's basically I convinced myself to just wait till next weekend because I still had like 4.5 grams. Let's go with this one because I don't think I've ever had this before. I'm gonna try some pink slaps.
Pink slaps, huh?
Yeah, with a Z at the end instead of an S. Let's see if it really fucking slaps, boys.
That
Better not be
prank.
false advertising, baby.
Oh yeah, terpy. Yes. See, getting that nice low temp.
Yeah,
That
I'm gonna let
GMO,
this one get down a little bit lower and see what happens here.
that GMO really does shine in this particular cross in the Wonka bars. So like, oh man, it's just super garlicky. It's got that like really rich savoriness to it. It's crazy. There's this little bit of herbaceousness. Not quite like a minty herbaceous, but like it's delicious. That's all I could really say. That's crazy. It makes me want to go break out the cold start banger and do a like real deal cold start with this and see what happens. That's one challenge I'm running into. I can't find my other banger. It's somewhere, and I don't know where.
Well, I'm sure that it'll eventually turn up.
Yeah, I have to figure that out at some point.
Yeah.
That looked like an effective dab ski.
Yeah. That was a good one, fellas.
I think we're about found the sweet spot. Damn.
About 375 to 360.
Yeah, we'll see if like the next time you can get the same nice hit. You'll be like dialed in.
It's got an interesting flavor, man.
Interesting can always mean good or bad or like interesting, but
Well, it's like you get like those GMO like kind of like funky notes at the top, but like the aftertaste is kind of sweet, kind of like like a cake, you know. Very nice, very nice. Dude, I love how this thing's like cordless, and you just plug it in to charge it. Sick.
it's got a little lipo in it.
Yeah, dude. Oh
Dude.
man.
What a come up. What a great come up. Like one of the coolest things.
The best thing about
I've
it is I
seen.
just ran out of my normal Q-tips. Luckily, I got some more.
You got fancy ones too.
Try one of these.
You can get right into those fucking corners on that banger.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
No
and
problem.
your lineage is exactly the most obvious thing. It's GMO and wedding cake. So, yep. Perfect combo. Nice balance. And it sounds like it's a winner. Yep. Oh, I could use some GMO cake. Sounds good to me.
I'm gonna say it. This pink slaps doesn't really taste that good.
Doesn't really slap.
No, it might slap me in about 5 minutes, but like on the flavor, no, it's not a slapper on the flavor. Not really like I don't think it tastes that good.
I need to do an experiment since we're talking about flavor and taste this. Excuse me.
Excuse me. Bless you.
Thank you. Because I have this strawberry lotus and I've yet to Dynavap it. And I think for the sake of science, I need to know.
Science.
Science.
Yeah, it's an interesting strain. The foxtails on these nugs are crazy. Like, all it did was foxtail like a maniac. Oh, where's the extra light? Fill my light up. So, like, all these little shoots off the buds are the different foxtails. It's a really pretty unique bud. but it's a 1-to-1 strain. So it's definitely different because you're getting 12% THC and 11% CBD, THCV, CBG, CBG. Yeah. So really unique strain, really nice, very relaxing, not heavy head high, just something that you can take a couple tokes after work, get the aches and pains from the day out, and then carry on with all your business. It's kind of nice.
Oh yeah, dude. I was trying to find something similar to that for my dad today. But no dice. Because they didn't have anything. Because mainly all they had it in were like gummies and stuff. My dad's not a huge fan of the edibles. Because he wants something, a little bit more fast acting situation. But they didn't really have too much of a selection as far as like cartridges or anything like that goes. Try to find a tincture, but no tinctures.
Yeah, tinctures have been hard to come by even in my demographic lately. It's interesting.
Few and far between nowadays.
There are a couple companies out there who are, tincture only. And that's cool. But it definitely, from like a business perspective, makes it difficult to order from them until you have a big enough order, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like you got to sell out basically all of their product before it's worth buying all of their product again. So it's tough. It's a tough one. But yeah, I'm a big fan of tinctures for people. I think it's a great technique. Nano gummies are great for people looking for fast acting. I think that's another great thing we're seeing a lot more of popping up all over the industry. Another really, really cool thing though is the 1906 line, because they're pills and not like an RSO capsule. They're pills like plant-based pills with THC and CBD and other herbs to give end results. And so like their chill drop is a 25 milligrams of CBD and only 5 milligrams of THC in a little pill, and it kicks in 20 minutes. And just loosens you right up. Makes you just so floaty without getting you stoned, which is really fucking nice.
I think that's probably like what I should try doing sometime is like even with CBD or like Delta 8, instead of trying to get fucked up, just like be a little bit more, chill with the amount that I fucking consume. So instead of like eating like 4 gummies, maybe just eat like 1. You know what I mean? Because it's not like I know that we've like talked about it before, but it's not like I get fucking super blasted like I'm as high as I am right now, but it's just a totally different feeling. But I feel like if I did it in a much smaller dose, that I might then just feel the benefits without like the slight difference that it shifts me in, if that makes sense. Because I know that neither one of you guys have like really like ever said that, you guys got affected too much by like the Delta 8, but I remember like Ashton and I both had like different experiences, but every time I would fucking eat them, I'd go dumb, like eat a bunch of them. So I think that maybe that's an experiment I need to try out, just eating like half to 1 of one of those gummies and then just living my life for that day.
Yeah.
See how it goes.
It'd be a nice microdose, and I bet it would be interesting because it could just be one of those beneficial times where like it doesn't get you stoned, but it just kind of like narrows your focus in a little bit more. Because I think that's really one of the major benefits that a lot of people are finding with D8 is that it's like it's a more focused THC where it's like my mind is like on a little bit more on track and I got a little bit of a buzz. So it might be a thing. Do it on a day you want to cut the grass and do that sort of shit.
Yeah, so I was just saying like next Saturday, because like I always like start the day and I like start the day, make like a hot breakfast and just like watch a little bit of like of a show, play with the dog a bunch, and then I'll cut the grass. And then after I cut the grass, I'll go grocery shopping. So if I like it's in the morning, I have like plenty of time before I need to drive. And by the time I'm done cutting the grass, I'll probably be like, oh man, what a fucking relaxing morning. Now I'll go stress out and go grocery shopping.
And then who knows? That might be your biggest come up ever. Is that you go grocery shopping and go, oh my god, that was the best grocery shopping trip ever.
Yeah, like I don't even actually completely hate going grocery shopping. I just sometimes like the grocery store that I go to like this time of year. It's like in cottage country, right? So like a ton of people are out this way, like from the city, and I'm not even like a fucking city people kind of guy or anything. It's just facts. Yeah. So like you go in the parking lot's fucking jammed and you have to like sometimes park across the street. And when I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get like 4 or 5 bags of groceries. How the fuck am I supposed to get them across the street? So then I'll end up like doing a tour, coming back, hoping there's a spot open. Like that's the kind of shit that happens. In the wintertime, it's fine because like the town's only like 1,500 people. But in the summertime, there's like 20,000 people in the area like every weekend.
That's crazy, dude.
Because there's just lakes.
Yeah, it's just
everywhere.
cottage country. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, and that's why your boy likes to medicate himself before he goes to the grocery store. Because I too would want to just like
I did the same thing. I did the same thing, but then it also backfires on me because then I buy a bunch of fucking shit that I don't fucking need.
That's why I go with a list.
Well, here's the thing. I do
and
that
I only
too.
Buy on the list, Tony.
Yeah, but I'm not afraid to veer away from the list is the problem, Chris. Like I have a list too majority of the time, but then I'm like, oh, but dude, Oreos. Yeah, that could be good. I know you guys don't like Oreos, but I like Oreos. Or like fucking Captain Crunch. Fuck yeah, Captain Crunch. Or
yeah, getting a box of it's fine if you're
but here's the thing. Cereal. But then I end up buying like 3 or 4 different things that weren't on the list, and you know they end up adding up on top of the fucking shit that was already on the list, and then the $60 list ends up turning to like an $80 to $100 list because I picked up like a bunch of fucking
candy.
Yeah. So see the technique that we use in my house is like we have our weekly budget of about $100 because it's just the two of us, and we're also at work a lot, so we don't eat a whole lot at home. But we make the list, and then there's the open-ended part, snacks. And basically we get everything on the list, we assess the budget, and then we know how much room for snacks is there. Maybe it's $10 or $15 to fill the house with snacks. Maybe it's there's no room for snacks this week. We had to buy a lot of like really good food, so it's all like on the higher price points.
You know what also gets me a lot of times, dude, is when you're walking through the store and you see like shit, and then it's like, oh well, buy 2, buy 3 for like $4 or some shit when it's usually like $2 a pack or some shit. So you're like, well, fuck, I can get 3 of them. So shit, I'm gonna buy 3. You know what I mean? And then you do that to like 3 or 4 items in the store where you normally would have only bought one for like half the price, but then you pay double and end up with twice the shit. But then it also ends up being like, almost not close to twice the price. Of course, you still get a little deal. But that also is what gets me a lot of times.
You dropped $30 and walked out with 27 boxes of Little Debbie. Like, how did this even happen?
Yeah.
No, dude, the bulk buys are like fantastic on shit that that you always eat, right? So like if I go into the grocery store,
here's the problem,
there's like certain things that I always eat. So like every day I take a granola bar to work. So if they have like a 3 packs for $5 or it's like $2.99 each. Yeah, dude, you're damn right. I'll get 3 packs for $5. That just means I won't have to get it the next time I go grocery shopping. So like there's certain things, but if you're like, I just want to taste this, just get the one.
No, I get it. But here's the thing too. I think the moral of the story for this for myself is I don't have self-control because then since I bought fucking 3 for something. Oh, that means I can have an extra one or an extra 2 today because I bought extra boxes. It's cool. And then next thing you know, I go through the same amount double the amount in the same amount of time because I justified to myself. That's like, oh, it's cool. You got extra, dude. So you can have 1 or 2 more. You know what I mean? And then I sit here and have like 6 fucking honey buns in a day and I eat like almost the whole box. And I was like, oh, well, that was the one that I got for like pretty much nothing. So like,
yeah, but dude, like honestly, if you think about it, at so many different times in your life, it's not even like food related necessarily.
No, it's
like,
everything.
I fucking
dude.
got this weed for dirt.
It's
I'm gonna fucking roll up this like fucking 5-gram joint.
It's everything I do, bro.
I was just thinking about that. I was like, it's the meme, like fucking 1/8 or a whole ounce. They're gonna go. They're gonna last the same amount of time.
It doesn't matter what it is, bro. I indulge when I can. And, it's part of the problem, part of the reason why I have a hard time saving money. I've gotten better over time, but that's part of the reason why I had a hard time really saving money when I like first started getting jobs. Because like as soon as the money came in, gotta spend it, man. Fucking gotta go get this, gotta go do that, gotta go do that. Next thing you know, dude, I ain't got no money. How am I supposed to put gas in my car? Did that one too many times.
Fucking bought all of those fucking snacks.
Man, I shouldn't have went to fucking those 2 restaurants last week and just balled out on all that bullshit that I only probably ate half of and took the rest home. That's probably still sitting in the refrigerator.
Yeah, dude, the leftovers, man. That's one of the things I
have a hard time with
not...
leftovers sometimes. That's why I try to make sure when I go out to eat, I only get what I can eat because I really don't want to take stuff home because I know majority of the time I'm probably not going to eat it. There's few exceptions where it's like, oh yeah, I know if I take this home and pop it in the microwave or whatever, or heat it back up on the stove, this shit's going to be still fired the next day. But there's a lot of shit that's like, most of the time it's not as good the next day when you pop it in the microwave.
But that's the thing too, is like it needs to be next day. Yeah, you shouldn't be trying to eat it 4 days, 5 days, a week later. Like,
actually, I think that like just like on that note of like food spoiling or something and not being as good. Do you guys know that like takeout from a restaurant, you're not supposed to like keep it for like more than like a day, 2 tops, and like there's like all these different. So like if you make something, right, there's some things that you can leave in the fridge and eat out of all week, and then there's other shit that you leave in the fridge and like you got to.
It depends on what's in it. Yeah. Well, like
there's so many rules. Like I had no idea. Like I don't really do that.
That's why I don't eat a lot of leftovers. The only time I really do if it's next day stuff, or if it's like there's like some pasta like sort of things that I know can keep for like an extra day or 2, or like certain things that I know that like as long as there's not like a bunch of like meat or like those sorts of things in it, or like real acidic stuff that's going to like break down over time from sitting in there or whatever, I'll eat it, maybe a day or 2. But other than that, I really don't do leftovers that often. I'll rather just eat something fresh.
I like just freezing leftovers personally. Like, and if it's like,
depending on the amount,
then I'll just probably end up like tossing it if I don't eat it the next day. But like certain meals, I'm fine with it. Like if I have some leftover lasagna because I made lasagna or whatever.
Oh yeah, you could totally freeze
I'll freeze those, and then I just like take them out. I'll throw them in the fridge, and I could just eat them. Like I'll take them out of the freezer, put them in the fridge in the morning, and then I can just like have that for dinner. And it's like considerably better than like the whatever version of
the microwave fucking company.
Like whatever company up here, Michelina's is like a big one, but I don't think that you guys have those. So.
No, down here we have Micheladas.
Yeah, there's a lot of times like whenever like we make certain things that we know we enjoy, we'll just make a big batch of it at one time and then just kind of like portion it out and then like cook one that night, put the rest in the freezer. Because then it's like, oh, we've already have some pre-made. It's gonna be better than a Stouffer's. You know what I mean? Or whatever else.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Because it's like we made it at home. We just fucking threw it in the freezer so we don't have to sit here and, do all the prep work again. We did it one time. So why not just do a bunch of them throw a couple in the freezer. Could thaw one out next week or the week after.
Yep.
And
Red
you're good to
sauce,
go.
man. Any of your sauces,
Dude,
it's one of the best things you can ever do. Make a
my mom-
huge batch and then
We'll do like a
portion it
baked
out.
Alfredo, dude, and like do one dish and then throw a couple in the freezer and then throw it in the oven. Get it all nice and warm. And toast the fucking cheese on top, and you're good to go, man.
Fuego.
Dude, you know what's actually like good to do? This is like what I do sometimes. It's like for me, so if I want to like have home fries in the morning on like when on a Saturday, right? For example, like when I make like a hot breakfast, I do like hash browns and I do like the chunks of potato, like not like shredded, not sliced, like just the chunks.
Yeah, it's home fries.
And so I'll like cook the potatoes for a while and then I'll throw a bit of onions in so they get cooked. And then like that's how I serve them, right? But like one potato sometimes is like too much in the morning when you're going to be having like eggs and like sausage and toast or something in addition to. So I'll end up just like chopping up like 6-7 potatoes and then I can get the exact amount that I want and not have to worry about like having too big of a potato, too small of a potato. And like it actually freezes okay. I should probably cook them a little bit before I freeze them, but like I end up just like throwing them right in the freezer.
Just do the parboil, I would imagine. Then do it. I bet you that would be like the move.
Yeah. You know what? I should probably like look into that because like I'm not saying that like they're good for you. They're definitely not good for you. But if you make shit like that and it's like the homemade ones, I feel like it's not as bad for you.
Well, I mean,
I prefer them. So.
You get some good shit out of potatoes. We can't completely knock potatoes. And if you're doing stuff like a home fry versus like fully processed, shredded, fucking soaked in oil, crispy hash brown, you're going to have more of the beneficial stuff than if you get the hash brown, because the hash brown is going to be like fried to nothing. All of it's gone.
And there's just like that addition of like all those extra negatives being fried, right?
Because like, I want some fried hash browns right now. Oh, that sounds so good.
Yeah, even when you buy those from the grocery store, like they pre-fry them like real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just greasy as fuck. Like when you touch them, like you don't have to even grease the pan. You just drop them in there and there's enough grease on that shit that it just fucking gets all crispy. Do they taste good? Yeah. Of course they're
banging.
Good. I love them. They're fantastic. But at the same time, like I just really like the way that I make home fries for the morning. I love it. Sometimes I'll even like make them and then I'll just like make an omelet out of them. So it'll be like a home fry omelet. And I'll just like put a couple sausages in there and just boom. Breakfast.
We have a place we go to called Percy's Place around here from time to time, and they have a thing called the Lisa's Country Omelet, and that's basically what it is. It's a bacon and home fry omelet.
Yeah,
home fries are the shit, dude.
Sign me up.
I like home fries. I'm also a hash brown guy too, though. I just like potatoes, bro.
Yeah.
There's actually not a way that I've ever seen a potato done.
The only kind of potatoes that I'm not a huge fan of, like the like cheesy scallop potatoes aren't really my thing.
I even fuck with those too. Gratin potatoes, I'm with it.
I'm not really with the.
I'm not with the box version, but like real, like
I'll even eat the box version. Prepared. I don't care, man.
Maybe it's because like I ate like the box version quite a bit growing up, but
yeah, like the box version I'd be out on. Like would I have it every so often?
But here's the thing, I love
but I would never personally make
like it. If you were to like fry potatoes that are like cut similar to like scallop potatoes and you just like fried them up with like a little bit of like some garlic and
they're fucking fantastic.
Yeah, it's just like a potato chip,
chips, dude.
Yeah. dude we because we'll do like a summer sausage and like we'll fry that up and then we'll fry up like potatoes and like we'll do like some green beans on the side and you have some summer sausage with those fucking nice crispy like potatoes, but you just like kind of just like throw them all together in the pan and just like kind of fry them up.
Yeah, and all the grease from the summer sausage probably like really gets those potatoes crispy.
Yeah, it's so good. And then you have salty. Green beans are like one of my favorite like side veggies for things. I know Chris, you're not a huge fan because
I just don't like the squeak. I actually think they taste good. It's the fucking worst.
Dude, mine don't. I don't ever notice them.
Maybe it's like my teeth. I don't think that it's just my teeth exclusively, but Like wax green beans, yeah, they definitely squeak, but even regular green beans, sometimes they squeak, and that's like enough for me to be like very sketch about like giving myself a good serving of them.
Dude, they
If you
just
know what I
have to be
mean.
cooked really well through for
Yeah,
them
like
not to
maybe.
squeak.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. Like I said though, I think they taste fantastic.
Dude, they're delicious.
Yeah, they taste so good.
You can eat them in things though, right? Like if they're like mixed in with like a
If it's like a
stew or
chicken
like
pot
a
pie or like like a stew or like a goulash or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, because
Like
that's at that point they've
Yeah,
been like
well, yeah,
boiled
'cause-
to almost mush, so they won't
Yeah.
squeak.
well, I kind of like them when to their almost like that point to where like they're not quite like they still hold their form, but like they don't
so
they're not,
ba-
not
so
as
like
like al dente crispy sort
so
of.
you
like,
basically want the canned green bean texture with
yeah,
fresh green
but
beans.
yeah, exactly. I'm not a like canned green beans. Like I'll eat them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because I like green beans and like canned ones, they're okay. But like if you do, I prefer like if you get fresh ones because they taste way better.
Oh, 100%.
But I'm also on like like I'm not a huge fan of like when you get like real like kind of like al dente. I'll say like when they still like kind of
Yeah,
have
when
the
they actually
snap
crack,
to them.
when they crack a little.
Yeah, I know.
See,
I want them.
I'll eat them raw. I'll put them in a salad.
Yeah, I'm not.
So I understand the
so,
squeak.
Sean, you're a green bean salad guy. Like you'd be like, yo, there's green bean salad. Yep, I'll put a little bit of that on my plate.
Like if I'm having like a garden salad and green beans are in it, I'll eat it. Absolutely. And
Oh no,
like,
but you know, like how like if you went to like some sort of fucking potluck, there would always be like a green bean salad. No, is that not a thing?
you talk about like where it's like the cooked in like some sort of like cream
No, they're
of
not. I don't
whatever
even
or
think that
whatever.
they're cooked.
I've
honestly
never
don't
seen
even
what
think
you're
they're
talking about.
I know
then.
what you're talking about. It's more like just like a green salad sort of situation where it's like got like big like green beans in there with like some sort of like dressing or like other sorts of stuff.
Yeah, like
tossed in
oil
there.
or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like if it's a garden salad, you know, it's got like, you know, your carrots, tomatoes, fucking whatever in it, and it has green beans in it too. Yeah, I'll even eat them like that.
Yeah, I actually don't mind carrots. You know what? Most vegetables, like I'm chill with like eating them cooked. Well, not most. There's like a good amount. There's some stuff that I can't do. I can't do zucchini. It's got like this real weird texture that I can't get past. And like squash is probably like in that same
I don't like squash
avenue.
either. I'm with you
But
on
like
that.
there's some things that I just like actually don't like the taste of. Like sweet potatoes, I don't like them. I don't like the way they taste. Because obviously I'm okay with the texture of potatoes. And like I don't think that sweet potatoes are that much different. They're a little bit different, but it's not like that's not what's throwing me off. It's the actual flavor. And it's weird too, because like I fucking love broccoli and cauliflower and asparagus, which are like vegetables that some people that really like vegetables don't like those.
See, like I find sweet potatoes weird. I do not like the sweet potato fry. Not for me. But like in a barbecue setting, right? Like when I'm eating like ribs and that sort of shit, I do enjoy as a side like a baked sweet potato, where it's just like a baked potato, but it's a sweet potato. It's some butter and brown sugar. It is really tasty that way. I do like it like when you do like the yams or the sweet potatoes at Christmas with like some like maple syrup and shit and you bake them in the oven. I'll fuck with that. But for whatever reason, I think it's because they're in the fry form. My brain can't compute. It wants potato fry and gets sweet potato
sweet
and goes,
potato
no.
fries are good every now and then with the right dipping sauce.
Yeah, like actually I was just gonna say, like for me, like I don't actually prefer them at all. And I would honestly
Yeah, I would
be okay with never eating them
majority of the
again,
time
but
go with your standard potato fry.
there's like
and your sweet
some of those like Chipotle kind of
yeah, where it's got like a little bit of like kick to it. Or dude, we went to this place in after a convention called Slater's 50/50. It's like this like kind of uppity burger place, and they had sweet potato fries with pumpkin pie dipping sauce. It was like around like Thanksgiving time. Bro, that shit was fire, dude. Like just the combination of the sweet potato with like the pumpkin pie, like it tasted like Thanksgiving, bro.
It's making me think now, like I need sweet potato fries and like a turkey sandwich with stuffing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To give it that Thanksgiving vibe.
Put the fries in the Sammy, bro.
Exactly what I'm thinking now. Ooh. I might have to change my mind if that's as good as that seems like it's gonna be.
Dude, it was pretty fire. There's a few other people there. Shout outs to Corey, aka Poon Sauce. He tried it. Who else was there with us? Danny Castle, I think, was there.
Shout out to Danny Castle.
Shout out to Danny.
Living legend. Well, shit.
For real.
I think that is a great way to bring it to a close. We are coming to the end of our time. Gina's giving me the look, so that means it's time for us to wrap it up. And you guys know how this works. Uncle Chris, let him know.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. I will say that if you guys really like what we're doing, go over to patreon.com. You can help show your support monetarily. But if you don't want to do that or you can't do that, that's fine. Just keep on showing your support by listening. Downloads help too. Of course, if you guys want to check me out, you can check me out on Tuesday nights on KVTV's YouTube channel for Mixing It Up. Just an e-liquid mixing show. Of course, you can check I should probably say this correctly. Sean, James, and I on the Frames, Jankel, and Vapor YouTube channel. For the green room, just 8:00, same time as my show on Tuesdays. So come check that out. And of course, you can go to shedtimepodcast.com. And lastly, if you guys want to try any of my e-liquid because you would like to vape, you just go check it out. UncleChris.com. Use the coupon code Shedtime, save you a little bit of money. And with that, I will say, everybody out there, live your best life. Franks, take it away.
All right. And with that, I'm also going to echo just shout outs to all the Shedheads for all the continuous support. Go check out the Patreon once again if you guys haven't. If you guys want to get to see the video side of things, kind of get to see some of the things that we may be showing off during the show. And also you get some perks, like discount codes and other cool stuff. So go over there, go check that out. We do greatly appreciate all your guys' support there. Like Chris said as well, if you want to check out Sean, Chris, and myself on the Green Room, that's over on my channel every Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Go check it out. Come hang out. We do build-offs. We do shed time sessions. We do, just free wick sessions. We just do anything vape-oriented and just kind of hang out and just vibe on a Friday night to kind of, get the weekend started on a positive note. So come hang out with us there. And then, of course, you can check out my channel for some vape reviews periodically. I will be saying I'm going to be trying to get a video edited and done for your the viewers today. They'll hopefully be up by Monday for you guys. So stay tuned for that. Other than that, we'll be here in the shed doing the same thing we always do. Try to take over the podcasting world, Pinky. I totally said that backwards, but I thought it was going to work a lot better. Anyways, going to end it as I always do, sending out positive vibes, crisp high fives, and remember, a little dab will do ya.
Yes. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope that as you're listening to this a week later, you had a fantastic, super hashy Sunday on 7/10. We got high as hell. That's what we do here. we got stoned. We did it. We had a good time. We're fried. So, you know what that means. It's time for me to tell it to you like I always do. Remember, don't let the bastards get you down. Be cool. Don't be a dick. And whatever it is that you do, be sure to have some fun because it's the Shed Time Podcast and it's time to roll on up and roll on out. Dynavap. Looking to cut the cord on your dry herb vape? Dynavap. Trying to get the best taste from your herb? Dynavap. Ready to take your sesh to the next level? Then meet Dynavap, the best way to vape your flower or concentrate. Concentrates? That's right, your flower or hash can be vaped using Dynavap. Check out Dynavap.com to learn more. That's Dynavap.com. Lose the ash? Dynavap.
What's going on, Shedheads? It's your boy Frames Janklin. Are you looking to step up your match game or have a raw copper, brass, or stainless mod or RDA that you're absolutely tired of polishing? Then you need to go and hit up my man Ashton at Palmer's Powders. He does some absolutely amazing powder coating work. He offers many different colors and finishes at an absolutely killer price. This man is taking powder coating to a whole new level, and he can make your setup an absolute masterpiece. You can go follow him over on Instagram at Palmer's Powders, and you can go check out pricing on his website, palmerspowders.com. That's palmerspowders.com. And as always, let's just vape on, Shedheads.
I want you to think of your favorite rebuildable right now. Yeah, okay, so you have a layer cake in your hand, and now you're about... Oh, sorry, yeah, that's not everyone's favorite. That's just mine. So think of your favorite rebuildable atomizer. Think about how good of a vape it produces for you. Now, take that and amplify it. And the way that you amplify that is you put in some Breezestone coils. Breezestone coils are handcrafted in Adelaide, Australia. They're made from some of the finest quality wire that you can get. I believe it's wire Buddha. You take those coils, you take them out of that phenomenal packaging that clearly shows how much care that Adam puts on the quality of his coils and the insurance that you get them in good shape. You put them in that favorite RDA, and guess what? You have coils that now sing better than Celine Dion. Go check out Breezestone coils. You can find them on localvape.com and also steelvalleyvapors.com. Solid.
Yay. Happy
Buddies.
710 from Ben Globin, the Dabbin Goblin.
Oh!
From Ben Goblin to Gavin Goblin.
You can't even say it.
Say it. No. Actually, every time you say it, I'm like, did he say it right? Because like I can't.
Ben Globin, the Dabbin Goblin, bro.